Hey folks, it's Tom, your frugal prepper. I'm going to talk today about a tool that I've used the crap out of. It's one of those things that I never thought I'd really use, so it took me a long time to buy one. And then when I bought one, I bought the cheapest one I could find. And I love it, and I use it every time I work on a car pretty much. I'll talk a little bit about a tool that I have absolutely loved. I really thought this was kind of gimmicky. I'm like, I have an air impact. But once I got this, and I bought the cheapest one I could possibly find. This is an OEM tool, 20 volt max lithium. I don't see a model number anywhere on it. I'll put a link to it down below. They still sell it on Amazon. It's really cheap. It's got, it comes with one lithium-ion battery. Extra batteries cost about as much as the whole tool does, so I never bought one. It's green and silver on the front, but this tool does 90% of what I need to do with an impact. I get those bolts that are just not, this does not have enough torque for, and I might have to break out the air impact 10% of the time. When this one dies, I plan to get one that's even stronger than this, because I never realized how much I would use this tool, how big of a time saver this is. You know how it goes now. You're like, well, I got to get out the impact wrench. Okay, let me get the air hose out and get it all untangled, get it straightened out, and then you hook it up and you sit down. You're like, and nothing happens. You squeeze that trigger, like nothing's happening. Oh, I forgot to turn the air on. So you get back up, you turn the air on. Then you're working and working and working. Then you're like, uh-oh, I'm running out of air because I forgot to turn on the breaker, to turn on the power to the air compressor. So you get up again. This, you can just grab it and go. So this has just like been a huge time saver. The battery lasts really well on this, but I will tell you, the cold seems to suck the life out of it. It's kind of weird. Like if you have this in your trunk in some sub-zero weather, you're lucky to get one lug nut off with it, even if it has a full charge. Once you warm it up, if you keep it in the cab of the car where it's heated and pull it out and it's room temperature, it'll work fine. But when it gets really cold, this battery does not have any juice. But you don't have to charge it to get the juice back. You just have to warm it up and it comes back. It had a little rubber ring thing on the front of it. That broke off a long time ago. It doesn't really matter. It still works fine. It has a brake. It's got your direction switch right here. But yeah, it works really well. And then the other thing that I have that goes with this that I really have loved, and I think about the only place you can get this is directly at Sears or their website. I mean, they don't sell it on Amazon. But there's a number of kits just like this. I just love this little kit though. It's got your different sizes, 21 7/8. This is the one I hardly ever use though. This is a 3/4, 13/16. That size I don't use much. And then this is your 17 and 19. And then you just got this little thing, it's a flip socket. And the idea was if I was doing 17 and 19 bolts all day long, you could just pull that flip socket off and flip it over, right? Well, if they put a 19 and a 21 back to back, that would work. And why they put a 3/4 size in something that has a 19? I don't know. They're the same size, right? If they put a 19 and 21, then you could just flip it, because that's the sizes I always use. But it still is handy to have this one kit that I can just take out and, with the impact, and I got what I need to take the wheel studs off, right? No matter what I'm working on. It does have these plastic rings on it so you don't scratch up people's wheels if they have fancy wheels. But yeah, I've used the crap out of this too, and it's just taking every bit of it. It's a really handy tool. Highly recommend this. I mean, you can have other impact sockets, but you know how it is. You're like, oh, I think that car takes 19. You get there like, oh, it's 21. It's like, oh, no, it's not. It's something else. And you know, this, you got all the sizes with you. Quick and easy. So think about this. When this one breaks, I am going to get something with a little more torque. Just so I can hopefully do 100% of the stuff I need to do with it. But even this is a huge time saver. I think this is a great tool for the DIYer. You know, I use it pretty heavily every weekend in the evenings. I use it a lot. And it's taken it all for over a year now with no problems. And it's really dirt cheap. So, I'll talk to y'all later. This is Tom, your frugal prepper. Everybody, be happy and be frugal out there.